There is a Hindu legend about a time when all humans were gods, but they abused this divinity. Rama, the chief god, decided to take it away from them and hide it where they never would find it again. Rama called a council of the gods to help him decide where to hide the divinity. He said, "Let's bury it deep in the earth." But Brahma said, "No, that will not do. One day they'll dig deep down and go into the earth and find it." Then the god said, "Let's sink it into the deepest ocean." And again, Brahma replied, "No, not there, because they'll learn to dive into the deepest waters and search the ocean bed and find it." Then they said, "Let's take it to the top of the highest mountain and hide it in there." But again, Brahma replied, "No, for eventually humans will climb every high mountain on earth. Someday they will find it again." The gods gave up and said, "We don't know where to hide it, because it seems there is no place on this earth or in the sea that humans will not eventually reach." Brahma thought for a long time and said, "Here's what we'll do with humanity's divinity. We will hide it deep down inside humans themselves. The humans will search the whole world, but they won't look for it inside their true selves." Power is not control over people. Power is control over ourselves. Mind mastering mind. And my job is to make sure that I direct people back to their power, so they know that they have the power to become whatever it is they want to become. That's one of the issues I have with religion, for me personally, because it doesn't normally direct us to our own power. Now, I believe in God. I believe in Source. I do believe that there is a higher intelligence. I believe there's an origin to where we come from, and that origin is full of mysteries that we have yet to solve and gifts that we have yet to discover. It's all in what's created, because the Bible says to understand the unseen, study the made, which means look at what you created and you will find God. Look at what's created. You will find God. So if I look at you, I find God. It's one thing we could all agree on, no matter what religion you follow. Every human being on this earth has a gift, has a power. And the question is, are we optimizing that power? Do we know what we have power over? I know there's things in life that we can't control. Life will be life. Nature will do what nature does, because water and fire make great servants but terrible masters. Meaning, when we believe our circumstances are bigger than us, life itself will always swallow us whole. We need to know that we have a power, but tragedies, distractions, rejection, betrayal, just the hurt and the pain in life, it impairs our spiritual vision to truly see this power. We need to know that when we say we have power, when we say that we have the power of God, we need to know exactly what that is. And the only way to know the power we have is to study the made. And what is the made? The made is breath, energy, consciousness, elements of the universe all flowing through us, emotions, thought, intelligence. We possess all these. And it's our responsibility to express that power. We can't just say all power is going to God. I'm just going to pray on it. I'm going to leave it in God's hands. Yes, there is a source, but I am in the Father and the Father is in me. So if you see God's power, you see me. Jesus knew they weren't touching him. They were touching the hem of his garment. We have a responsibility as co-creators with God. We have a responsibility to bring heaven on earth, as above, so below. It's not like God needs us to create. It's that we need to co-create. That's just how it's designed. We are the power. We are the tool. So when we face situations in life, we got to know that it ain't bigger than us. It should never be so big that we just give it over to God. Faith without works is dead. So what's the work look like? Yeah, the work looks like prayer, but it also looks like renewing your mind. Transforms by the renewing of your mind. Completely renovating, reprogramming, making new again, born again. And God did his part. Source is saying, I'm here, I'm ready, I got it all lined up for you. That peace you want, the abundance you want, the healing you want, I got it because you spoke it. But you keep showing up with your past hurt, your past pain, your past limiting beliefs, your past habits. But see, that person that got all that with them, they're not ready to receive this right here. By thought it is given, by action it's received. We got to do what's necessary right now to receive the blessing that we've desired, that we've asked for, that we've put into the universe. People are rewarded in public for what they practiced in private. That's why it's so important to understand your power. Really know your power. It's not a law. It's not something source or God or universe gave you and could just take away. It's you. You are power. You are the energy. You are the generator. And when you know this, your situation don't look as big. The people who did you dirty, walked away, used you, betrayed you. When you have that power, you have empathy. You find that love for them. You realize that you're bigger than the season, and you're bigger than the struggle, and you're bigger than the pain. You're bigger than whatever is stopping you, blocking you, shaming you. But you have to know that power. And once you know that power, you activate that shit. And this is where I lose a lot of people. Because to activate that power, it doesn't take something real sexy. It's not some special drink or a pill or some esoteric knowledge that only a few have. It takes vulnerability. It takes vulnerability to see what's blocking you. It takes discipline to break the toxic habits and create new ones. It takes humility to get out of your own way and let the soul do what it do. Don't let the desires of your past overshadow the purpose of your future. Don't let the mistakes of your past determine who you are now. When you know your power, you know your value, and certain things you just won't stand for. Certain people you just won't make space for. No one is you. That's the power. No one is like you. That's your power. The measure of a man is what he does with his power. What are you doing with yours?